Welcome to this video where I'm going to be showing you a method which I believe is superior to AutoBlogging AI. I only discovered this yesterday after I made that video. I realized what's the point in paying such a large amount of money for something that we can probably work out how to do it ourselves. That led me to Zapier. This is the video about Zapier. However, I will have a video coming as soon as possible once I've perfected my script, which allows you to do this without Zapier and will allow you to create content basically for free. However, that will be probably in a couple of days. I am still ironing out a couple of issues with the script. And yes, I am using ChatGPT to do everything. However, this is the pricing compared to AutoBlogging AI. So I paid $500. No, sorry, I paid $250 for 500 articles. Okay. So that is 0.50 per article. I don't know why I tried to get a calculator for that. Zapier, on the other hand, you can create. So let me just explain how this works. You get 750 tasks a month, okay? So in my Zap, which there will be a link to all of this stuff in the description. There are no affiliate links in this video or anything like that. I have 8 actions, okay? So what does that mean? It means that 750 divided by 8, we have 93.75 articles per month for a whopping price of $29.99. So forgive me if my maths is a little bit off here. However, I believe the price is therefore 0.29.99, if that even makes sense, 0.29 per article. So it is 11 cents cheaper than using AutoBlogging AI. However, that is not the only thing. So after I actually used AutoBlogging AI, I realized, and I didn't realize this until after I made the video, I don't think. Maybe I realized it during the video. I don't remember. But something it doesn't do, which is just, it's insane, is it doesn't do any images. It just does the featured image, which, to be honest with you, is not really that useful for me at all. What I really need is images. I don't want to have to spend time, for example, putting in Amazon affiliates. So what did I do? I came to my good friend Zapier and I created this amazing Zap, which does all of that for us. So let's just see how this works. So first of all, the first thing you need is a Zapier table. So on the left, you can see tables here. You no longer need Airtable. Zapier now has tables, which is beautiful. We'll just give this a random name. We'll create the table. And also you can just go to the link in the description, which has this table. So yeah, just create the table and then either, go to this link or copy my table, depending on how you want to do it. If you want to write a new article, basically what I was doing last night was I found viral videos in the coffee niche. So this was the video. And then I got Harper AI, although right now it's not working for me, but I got Harper AI to summarize the video for me. And that gave me a summary of the video. Okay, let's just delete this. So what I said was, give me a summary of the video, make sure to mention the brands that the video talks about. So that's what I put here. Field 3, you can completely ignore. This was just me testing. And then field 4 is where the magic happens. So what I did was I put the brand followed by the ASIN. Now, if you do not know what the ASIN is, this is where the manual work comes in, and if you have a VA, this is where you call your VA and tell them that you need them to do this task. Try to go to Amazon.com, of course, although I actually don't know if it makes a difference if it's the same product, because that is how ASIN actually works. Once you have found the product, so I'm making, this article is about making coffee at home, basically. So you want to make sure you're giving them ground coffee, because that's how people make coffee at home. Otherwise they would just be googling about capsules, etc. Another thing that this actually does, which gives you the advantage over competitors who are just using things like AutoBlogging AI, is it actually gives you like the shape of the article. Okay, so because you are telling it to talk about Dunking Original, it will know that Dunking Original is a good brand, and it will talk about it. It's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say there, but basically, because you're not just saying write an article about coffee, you're saying write an article about these coffees and include these affiliate links, it will much more easily write a good article which will rank on Google. Apparently all of these are currently unavailable. I'm just going to ignore that for now, just for the purposes of this video, but obviously you would not go for things that are out of stock. Okay, so you would just add the name of the product with a dash and then the ASIN. So I get the ASIN from here. You can also scroll down and get it from here, which is pretty useful as well. And then what we want to do is we want to click on Zaps here, and we want to create a new Zap. I'm going to create a blank Zap. Actually, we'll do trigger when new records are added to this table, and we'll press create. At this point, now you can just go to the links in the description and copy my Zap. However, I know that some people will want to know how this is actually set up, so we will set this up again. Just press continue here and press test trigger. You always want to make sure that the trigger is working. So you should see F1, F2, F3, and F5. I don't know why this is F5. This was confusing me last night as well. Once you see that, press continue, and then we want to start with ChatGPT. The first thing we want to do, now you might be able to slim this down. If you can get this to less actions, then you can potentially write more articles for less money, okay? However, for now, this is the best way that I found to do it. So we'll just press continue. Obviously, with the account, just log into your ChatGPT account. Not everyone has ChatGPT 4. So if you don't, then just use ChatGPT 3. However, I fortunately do have ChatGPT 4. So the user message is just like you're talking to ChatGPT. Again, you can find all of this stuff in the description. Create a clickable title for, and then this is like the way that Zapier works is this is a piece of information that has been stored to be used by the API in the future. This is actually how I realized how APIs worked using Zapier, and this is what got me into using my own APIs, which I might show you a little example of that at the end of this video, just as a teaser and if I remember. Now, you can change assistant instructions if you want. You can say you are a digital marketing expert, etc., etc. And then with memory key, you want to write something here. This is how you chain conversations. This is something that I haven't managed to figure out in the actual API yet, but I am working on it, and I'm pretty sure I will have it cracked very, very soon. So yeah, testing the action. Let's see what it comes up with. So this is its result. Look at that. Top US grocery store coffees. Discover your next favorite brew. That's perfect. That's a great title. Maximum 50 characters, etc., etc. Now, do not click publish. Click down here again on the plus, and we'll type in ChatGPT again. Now what we want to do is we want to start actually writing the content. So again, we want to choose conversation, press continue. Now this is going to seem a little bit complicated, but I'm going to read through all of this with you guys. So write only in HTML. Take the title. So the title will change this. It's at the bottom now. I always forget about that. So it should be here, and it will be the content from before, which is here. So that is the title and the summary. So we need to add the summary from the record this time. Summary of the video from Harper AI. Create unique content for my website. When mentioning a brand on the next available paragraph break, embed the following Amazon affiliate links. This is where the magic happens, okay? What this actually does, this should have center written around it for my website. So I'm just going to add center and center. What this does is it basically automates adding Amazon embedded affiliate links. So I'll show you what it looks like, but basically at the end, like during your article, you will have images, texts, etc. that will try, hopefully, and sell Amazon's products. So what you want to do here is replace BO blah blah blah, which is the ASIN from the example, and you want to do replace it with, and then it's this one here, ASIN. Okay, so because it's ChatGPT, it can read the CSV or the table, even though it's not like completely clear what's going on here. It's just, it has a really good understanding. So that's one huge advantage of using ChatGPT with Zapier. And then this time inside the assistant instructions, we're going to have this, which is you will reply in HTML formatting. Your reply will be uploaded onto WordPress. Please use as much HTML formatting as possible, including ordered and unordered lists, bold, italic, quotes, etc. You are a writer, write in a relaxed voice, but maintain the same tone. God, it was really late last night when I was doing this. Write with creativity and burstiness. You are writing for a blog called Coffee Somnium. Do not mention headings or subheadings. This took me a long time to perfect, okay? So you can thank me with a comment saying thank you for spending so bloody long on this last night, and I've already replaced it with something a little bit better and a little bit cheaper. Better, I don't know actually. The output from Zapier is really, really good. However, there is one limitation to this, which is the more of these links you have, the more tokens it uses and the more actions you'll have to use overall to create the full article, okay? So when you're using 3 links, you need to use 3 extra actions. So let me show you exactly how that actually works. So we're going to press continue here and we're going to press test action, and it will now create our first bit of blog content, which will eventually be posted on WordPress. Okay, so we can see here, this is the H1, the paragraph, the H2, 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 and look at that, it has the embed here. So now what we want to do after this, I'm not going to explain this anymore because the process is just repeated. You just have to add more actions depending on how much content you have. So we're going to press plus here. We're going to say ChatGPT, click here. The overall thing at the end of this is extremely quick, okay? It's just, there are a lot of actions, there's a lot of setup, okay? So here we just want to write continue, and we want to put this on ChatGPT 4 just because the other one was using ChatGPT 4. And then we want to put the memory key, which allows the two to link together. Press continue, press test action. This is now going to send the follow-up API request to OpenAI, and it will return the next part of the content. You now have to do this for as many times as you need until you get to the conclusion. So I recommend always having probably 5, let's say, affiliate links inside it, embedded affiliate links. You can also do this entire process without the photo embeds. You could technically just use external links here instead of embeds. I preferred the embeds just because it adds a picture to the post as well. So the end result of this is to have an article with a featured image, photos from the products, etc., etc. Okay, so this probably won't be finished yet. It's not, as you can see, because I have 3 links. You need basically an entire, every one link requires 1 action. This is the main drawback of this right here, is that it will cost you a lot of actions to complete this. But you can get it done, which is really, really nice. And this method is no code. You do not need to know any coding for this whatsoever. So that's the best part of this. It's also quicker than doing it yourself. Like if anyone's used the API, they'll know that it's actually incredibly slow and it takes a long time when you're not using ChatGPT or Zapier or whatever. I don't know why. If anyone can tell me why that is, I would be very, very thankful for that, because I actually have no idea why. Okay, so we've completed the article here, so I'm going to stop here. But if you have more embeds, you will have to continue, and yeah, it's basically just the same process over and over. But definitely try and make sure that you don't use too many zaps, because if you use too many actions, then you'll have less actions every month to write articles with. So the next part, which I honestly thought was magical until I did it myself, is to add a featured image. Okay, this is a lot easier. Okay, it's not easy at all. This probably, just this one part probably took me about 3 hours, if not more. Okay, just the prompt alone for DALL-E, I probably spent an hour on, and I worked out after a long time that it's best to use the word pattern, because yeah, the word pattern just works well, basically. Also, 512 by 512 is definitely preferable. Don't use massive images, because things go wrong, and it's just better to use smaller images, even if it doesn't quite look as good. So this is the result. I've got no idea what this looks like. This could be absolutely terrible. Okay, that works. That's completely fine. Like that is, yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. So we'll click plus here. We are almost done now. So again, this might be another action that's not completely necessary, and maybe you can work something out that's a little bit better. But yeah, again, we want to do conversation, and this is going to be something very, very simple, which again, I don't know if this is necessary, but this is the only way I could work it out. So wrap image tags around this image. Let's do img instead of image, like that. And then let's do that, and then that. So this is the URL from DALL-E. You don't need to put, you don't really need to change anything. Let's test action here. I don't know if I need to put memory here, but I shouldn't have to put memory here, because all it's doing is putting image tags. Again, yeah, you might be able to do this in an easier way. I actually don't know. Okay, so let's go to the final zap, which is WordPress. So just search for WordPress, and we want to create a post. Continue. Here, you're going to have to do a couple of things. So the first thing you have to do is you have to add the Zapier WordPress plugin. So just go to plugins, add new, and type in Zapier, and install the Zapier plugin. You then need to get your username and password for WordPress, and then you want to press choose here. And yeah, basically I've already set it up, but you just need to add the, okay, great, the author's expired, so I can do it again. Okay, perfect. So what you want to do here is you want to put your URL, so coffeesomnium.com. The username is right here, and then the password, obviously I'm not going to show you, so just put the password here, and then yes, continue. Once you've clicked yes, continue with WordPress, this should work now. Perfect. So it says there's a problem with the auth, but I don't think there is. I think that was just a mistake. So the post type, we're just going to choose post. You can choose whatever you want, obviously, but we're just going to choose post. The title is going to be conversation 2, which has the title somewhere here. So top US grocery store coffees. Remember, this will be made for every single article that you make. Now, this is the smart part. First, we basically need to create the article block by block. So this has actually added HTML tags as well, which I did not want, which is kind of annoying. It's also added 3 dashes, but whatever. For now, we'll just stick with that. That's something that you would have to correct. So conversation 3, you just need to look every single time for each corresponding part. So now it should be conversation 4. Again, just scroll down, look for anything to do with coffee, and then we'll go to 5, and we'll look for something to do with coffee. I guess it's this one right here. So you want to choose yourself as the author, obviously. So find your name here. Featured media, you don't have to put anything here. I'll show you why in just a second. We're actually just going to go back to this one here, conversation in ChatGPT, and we're going to go to action. And we're going to say, do not use, just write the image tags. Okay, we'll try wording this slightly differently. We're going to say wrap image tags around this URL. If you want to do stuff again, press on test and then press test action. This will test it again just to make sure that it's working. Okay, so this time it seems to have worked perfectly. So we'll go back to this here and we will change this, and this time we'll put conversation ChatGPT, and there we go, perfect. Okay, we can see now that the assistant response message at the top is correct. We're actually pretty much done now. You just want to make sure that you've got the author selected. You can choose to post right away. You can put it in a category if you want. So we're going to put this in coffee reviews because that's what it is. And then press continue. And now I'm going to press test action. So I have to press retest because I accidentally off screen. I just basically did a test. Okay, so now what happens if I go on to my posts? You've seen this live. I haven't done anything. I haven't changed anything. So there is no featured image, Hamish. So what the hell are you doing? Well, we're going to click here, and you can do this in bulk using a plugin called Auto Featured Image. So I'm actually just going to click on Generate Featured Image. You can see that I have two without featured image, and I've got it set to find in post. So you can click change method in settings, and you want to put it on find in post. What is that going to do? When I press generate featured image, it will generate featured images. So now if I go on all pages, sorry, not all pages, let's just go on my home page. So coffeesomnium.com. You will see that it has a featured image. We're going to click here. We're going to scroll. First of all, this image is way too big. I don't know why it does this. I definitely told it not to do that. Honestly, this theme is not great. I don't recommend using 2023. I don't know what's going on with the images. I'll have to fix that at a later date. But the important thing is we have an article that has a beautiful table of contents. It has very specific recommendations, but I haven't even checked this yet. I'm just hoping it does. This is the wrong article. Okay, so they're drafts, that's all. So I need to just make this a non-draft. So we'll click on edit and we'll apply it. And status published, update. You can just do this so it's automatically published. I thought that I had done it so it was automatically published, to be honest with you, but it obviously did not publish. So let's click on view. So the first thing we can see is this image is much nicer. So the problem with the image before was one of my old articles. But yeah, we have the title. We have this. We have a beautiful table of contents. We have niche specific recommendations, and we have the beautiful Amazon affiliate links, which you can see they have my Amazon affiliate ID right here. So that is fully automated. It does take a lot longer than AutoBlogging AI. There are some issues here that you will need to fix, but play around with this. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, and I need to go to bed. Peace out.